So let's talk a little bit about the new Sony FX5. Um, most people always think that you need new gear, you need the best camera out there, you need to have, you know, good lenses. While all of those are good, you still need skills for those things, right? For example, um, I always used to think that when I had my EOS R, well, I still have it, but when I used to make like shoot pictures mostly, I would think that I needed to get like the latest camera. I thought I needed to get like the latest, lens and everything like that. But there's something about like, understanding your gear, understanding the gear you already have. There's a famous quote in the photography world that says, the best camera is the one in your pocket. I've seen people do like movies on something like this, your iPhone, the one in your pocket. Um, but every time there's a new camera, we always assume that, we need that new camera. But the truth is, at the end of the day, the camera really doesn't matter in some instances. What does matter is the person behind the camera. Because let me give you an example, okay? Back in Ukraine, we used to do a lot of music videos. And there was a time we shot on a red camera for a music video. And when we did that shoot, the funny thing was the shoot came out grainy. On some of the scenes that we did, we had to actually redo the scene because we were missing this one thing. And that one thing was lighting. When we understood the science behind lighting, I promise you, we elevated like even the way I did pictures myself. When you can understand like what part of the day where the sun is going to be, where you need to place your subject. How when you understand like 3 point lighting, when you understand like um, just the concept of lighting itself. So like instead of investing your time right now splunging on like $5,000 $6,000 buying an FX5. I mean, it's a good camera to have, don't get me wrong. I'm using an FX30 right now, which is a crop sensor camera, but with an FX5 is a full frame camera. You get that buttery blur background, like it's nice to have. But I mean, I think you need to get to a point where like you know your photography or your videography is paying you enough to justify spending that. Like, if it doesn't require you doing that, then I don't see any reason buying the one you have, like buying another camera. I would say master the one you already have, master the concept of composition, master lighting, and framing. Like all of those things, just master them properly. Master good storytelling as well. We always say like uh, content is king, but like no, is it content is king and story is queen? I really don't know how that goes, but I'm gonna put it up in the screen once I remember it. I'm gonna put it up in the screen, but you need better stories. You need better stories to be able to. You need better audio equipment as well. There are other things you need to worry about. 90 or 60% of what you see on screen is better audio. I've shot events where um, the the audio is bad, and even if the visuals are beautiful, that video is useless because think about it this way: you can listen to a podcast with good audio, even without seeing the full video, but you understand everything. But you can't watch a very good. Imagine the new Spider-Man movie, going to go watch that in the cinema, and the audio is bad. No matter how good that video is or that movie is, you won't be able to look at it. You'll just after the first two videos, you're out. You know what I mean? So I would say just master those few things first, and um, then you can start talking about like maybe investing in another camera when you've understood the one you already have. I That's all I have to say. This is just me rumbling around. But I hope I was able to, put that point across to you. If you don't take anything from this video, just know that you need to understand lighting, you need to understand composition, you need to understand like even handling audio first of all. Master your editing skill first, before you start thinking about buying a new camera. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. Um, Yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care of yourself and happy new month.